What's going on YouTube? This is Andre Classic Cuts reporting live with another video, and in this one specifically, this is going to be my very first sponsored video. I'm actually partnered up with the CUTBUDDY. It's actually a product, a piece of plastic that really helps you line yourself up. I know a whole bunch of people, including like my clients personally. I'll give them a haircut, and I know some of them, like, they'll actually have trimmers or like edgers to still go in and line themselves up probably like once a week or every 2 weeks, because sometimes some people want to either let their hair grow out a little bit, or some people, they just want to still look presentable, or maybe they may have an interview. They just want to still be presentable when they step out from week to week. And I understand that in this product, it really helps you, especially if you aren't good at like actually cutting your own hair, or if you just picked up clippers tomorrow and you just want to line yourself up. You can actually use this product to make sure your line is still nice and crispy for when you step out the house. Here's actual footage of me actually going in and using the CUTBUDDY on myself. Obviously, it's a before and after clip. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that I have my own promo code for you guys to use to actually get this product and get 10% off. There's no excuse as to why we are not having crispy, sharp, or razor sharp lineups, as I always say. Definitely use that promo code. My link will be in the description below. It will be Andre all caps, and this is my after effect on actually using the CUTBUDDY. Look at how my line really just popped. We're actually using these tools. I'm about to go in from scratch, from start to finish, and actually show you guys how I use the CUTBUDDY to give myself a pretty nice lineup. The CUTBUDDY is going to run you about $15, but like I said, if that's too much for you, just go in and use my promo code Andre all caps, and you can get a discounted price. So basically, I'm just showing you how durable it is. Look at how small it is. If I was going on a business trip, I could just stick this in my back pocket and I'll be good and set to actually give myself a lineup. So definitely pick up a CUTBUDDY, y'all. Y'all got the discount and everything. Now let's get into this video. I got my comb. I got my Andes mask. This is one of the coldest clippers in the game. And what I'm gonna do is actually go in and lower it and fade the sides. You see I faded my left side, faded my right side. Everything is ready to go. Only next step that I need is my lineup. So before I even get into the CUTBUDDY, it also comes with a magic pencil. What's cool about this pencil, as you just seen, that's actually a sharpener for the actual cap. So if you actually push it all the way in, you can actually start sharpening it if it gets dull. So what the pencil does is you can actually go in and trace the area where you want to cut before you actually just start cutting what you don't even know what you're about to cut. Go in and just trace the area. Right here, I'm actually going to show you guys. This is how I should do it. You see how I just clearly just lightly faded and just went over it. I didn't press down too hard, and you see how it just disappeared instantly. Obviously, if you put water on it, it'll disappear more, but you got to think it's a different story when you actually line yourself up with your hair wet versus with your hair dry. So you see, when I actually pressed down, it was kind of difficult for the line to really go away. As you can see, I pressed multiple times and the line is still there. So definitely, before you use it, just really go over it lightly, because you don't want that line to just stay there or it to get stuck into your head, especially if you're in a rush. So what I did was, I didn't really go in and put a full line, but I actually put like 2 areas where I could actually put, because like I said, I don't want that line to stay there. So I really just dabbed it in 2 little areas. This is also my wall heroes. I just want to show you guys how thick the actual blade is compared to the actual CUTBUDDY. And this is actually the Andes GTX outliners, basically the same thing as the Andes. These are actually the same Andes blade. So if you have the white ones, this is the exact blade that you'll use. So that's how big it is on the CUTBUDDY for the Andes GTX outliners. But I'm gonna use my wall heroes. So right now I'm going in real carefully. I didn't want to go in and create a line. I'm just knocking out the little hairs that's growing on the side of my head that's actually making that line not be as crispy. So I'm actually going in, going back over it, and making sure that I don't create one, but I'm just knocking out the little hairs that's actually standing outside of the line that's already there. I'm also going to do the exact same thing at the top of my head. I'm going over it, making sure that I don't create a line. I don't want to actually put the color onto my hair. I'm just going in real slow, real nice and smooth over the line of where the little hairs are actually sticking out. What I'm trying to do is, I don't want to create a line. I'm using the CUTBUDDY, and I'm using the lines that I create to actually give myself a window, like a window of what I want to cut when I actually start cutting. Because I don't want to actually put the pencil onto my hair, and then I'm cutting my hair, and then while I'm cutting my hair, the lines are actually moving when I start cutting. Because obviously, if you put that stuff too much in your hair, when you start cutting, the color is gonna move. So what I want to do is just give myself about 1 inch And then from there, I'm gonna actually make myself have a little window of what I want to cut, because I don't want to put too much on there, because I want the line to disappear once I'm finished. I could just rub it off. So as you can clearly see, this is my first line. This is my first time going over it. Now I'm going in with my wall heroes, my trimmers, and I'm actually I have that window now to where I can actually see, okay, these little hairs I need to cut. These little hairs I need to knock off. I don't want to go too far back, but I don't want to go too far forward. I have that little gap of how far to go up and how far to go down. Like, it's a legit window now. So that's exactly, and how you can see the trimmer is actually making the color go away too. Because I didn't press too hard. I just lightly faded it, just went over it and just glide my hand over it when I traced it. So even my trimmers are already making the color go away, which is really good. You don't want to be finished with this product and like your hair have nothing but just white ash in it, to the point that you can't even tell that you got a lineup. It just looks like really like a mess. So what I'll advise you to do, to not push down too hard upon that pencil, because it will be hard to get off. You'll have to go in and completely wash your face completely. But just lightly just dab over it, just glide over that forehead, and just make sure you have a nice line, or just like a nice window for you to start cutting. As you can clearly see already, I have a line and I just started. I barely even started. I didn't even go in. I didn't even go all the way to the point to where I'm trying to make the lineup extremely sharp. I basically just knocked off the little hairs that was standing outside of my lineup that was already there, because I want to keep that natural lineup. I don't want to create anything. I'm just knocking off the little hairs from my lineup that is actually growing down. Same thing with my sides. I'm actually going in on the sides and making sure that everything is nice and even. Like I said before, I didn't go in and actually make a complete line going down. I just dabbed 1 little inch right there, dabbed 1 little inch at the bottom, and based on those two, I already know exactly how far or how low I actually need to go in and do the lineup. At this point, I don't even need the CutBuddy to be placed there. I can move it, but just for video purposes, I'm gonna leave it there, because I don't want to go in and actually line myself up and the CutBuddy actually isn't there and I push my line back too much. It's really good for the CutBuddy to stay in position, so that way I could actually go in, and if I push my clipper too far back, I don't mess up. But as I can see, like when I was saying, when I was tracing it, it was perfect. I already knew exactly where my line was. Now when I go in with my beard, as you can clearly see, I'm going in with my curve perfectly. This is perfect for the beard. I feel like this was more perfect for the beard versus the lineup, because that curve is really difficult when you lining up your own beard. If you just flip the clippers over, you could just really go in and just line the entire beard up from start to finish. You don't have to worry about pushing it back, because a lot of people, they have this problem. Like professional barbers, I see all the time I see like top YouTubers, like they'll push somebody's beard like all the way back to the point that now they have to regrow it out, and it looks really weird, and one side will be way too low, or one side will be way too high, or the curves will just really be off. But with this, you have a symmetrical tool that really gives you that identical line on both sides, which I feel is really dope, especially for people that really focus on their beards. There's a lot of people that are bald and they really have their beards, and that's all they really look forward to, and it's really good to have that. As you can see, now my lineup is pretty much done. At this point, I don't even have to do anything else. Now I'm just really just going in and just going into the detail work of really just making that lineup pop. This is even for the beard. I could actually go in, use the same thing, knock out all of the hairs, just place my CutBuddy right there below the beard, and just line everything up from start to finish, from top to bottom. Also, this is me using the CutBuddy for the very first time, y'all, and y'all could clearly see that my lineup is really just popping right now, and I've barely been using it. This is my first time ever using it, and I'm going in. I done already did the line, the beard, and then the bottom of my chin strap, and it's already just popping. I'm not even used to this product. This is brand new for me. So from there, I actually used my magic pencil and I went in over my beard one more time, because I was like, I could see like it really do stand out. It looks really, really nice. Like my beard is perfectly fine. But if I could also use this tool on top of using my razor, I want to really just see like how much more will it really stand out. So with the magic tool, I actually went in and I used my razor, and I went and I glided over it just to see what that pencil will actually do. Like, will it make a mess with the razor? Will it like really just get all over my beard and really just mess up everything? Will I have to just go back in and just really wash everything, or will like it just disappear like how it did with the clippers? And as you can clearly see, it basically just disappeared like how I did with the clippers. I don't have to go in. It's not a mess. I don't have to actually go back and forth too many times. It really just helped. And the first time I really just dabbed over everything, my lineup really just popped even more with this magic pencil. So I'm definitely gonna start using this magic pencil more when I actually use my razor to actually make sure I get that detail work, especially on my beard. Then I did the back of my beard just to make sure that everything was nice and even. I don't want too many hairs growing underneath my ear, so I just went in with the flat surface with a measurement part, and I actually went in on my curve right there and just real lightly just knocked out all the excess hairs that was actually growing. I don't want to create a line nowhere. All I want to do is knock out excess hair. That's the whole point. Also did it to the other side, same thing. I don't want to create a line. I'm just going over it and knocking out excess hairs that growed outside of the natural grown line. That's the whole purpose. That's the whole key to actually giving yourself an amazing lineup. Don't never create a line. All you need to do is just knock out the little hairs that's out of place from where it's supposed to be. And this is basically my review for the CutBuddy, you guys. What do you guys think about this lineup with the CutBuddy? I used the CutBuddy from scratch, from start to finish. What do you guys think? I think this is a legit tool. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to your boy Andre Classic Cuts, and make sure y'all hit that bell right there so y'all be notified every single time I drop new heat. And more importantly, I'm always on like Twitter or Instagram, but mostly Instagram, and I try to like follow back every single person, and I drop pictures of my cuts on a regular basis. So if you follow me on Instagram, I'll follow you back instantly. And I'm out.